Etude number 31 provides a great opportunity for all of us to work on bow management, shifting, and double stops. So shifting actually is, to me, the number one priority because there are many kinds of shifts, including shifts that go to high notes that are harmonics. It's important to do this with a sustained bow, like in bar number 1 and 2, bar number 5 and 6 as well. In bar number 5, which I just played, I would like to emphasize the need to have a very organized hand that doesn't always shift, but sometimes uses an extension as a mean to finding a note with discipline and also quietly. Here, moving on, the next challenge starts to appear in bar number 21, where we have several bars. We have the kind of shifting that I call articulated, where we go through a guide finger to a high note. So we have to practice slow figuring out what guide note do we shift to. In this case, I go to a B flat via a very quiet A natural with the second finger, and a high E also goes very well with the guide note on D natural. For safety, and that happens quite a bit in this etude. So again, I emphasize the need to find in advance what note do we shift to quietly to really find a real note in tune afterwards. Moving on, we have again bar 26 and 27 quite a few of such shifts, followed by a passage in ascending double stops, during which time I also emphasize the fact that the bow has to be also quite well sustained and not to chicken out on the pressure. The next challenge, I would say, happens near the end, or we have again quite a few shifts that we have to organize in advance, and I always would like to encourage people to shift with the entire arm, not with the finger by itself. So that begins in bar number 84. At the end, we have an issue of bow management. It's very, very slow, so I encourage people not to rush just because it's much easier for a left hand. Especially here. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to plan ahead for good bow management.